Hello everyone, my name is Yulia and today I'm going to talk about the 40 expressions you can use with the word common. These can enrich your vocabulary for essay writing, also make you sound more confident when you're speaking and broaden your understanding of the language when you're a listener. So first of all, I would like to say that these words shouldn't be confused with the phrasal verb come on, which encourages people to action or hurries them or just incites to work harder. And to be common or uncommon means to be or not to be habitual, popular or widespread. So we can say it is common for somebody, like it is common for some of the leaders to try to make others vote for their ideas. Or it is very common to fail at one's first attempt at raising an orchid. And also there is an adverbial expression, it is sufficiently common, meaning it is common enough. Also there are some phrases such as common practice or common knowledge, common disease like common type of cancer. You may have common circumstances of daily life, and what about sharing in such common tasks as preparing meals, washing the dishes or working in the yard. And for those tasks you could use the most common tools. Also, we might make a common error or speak the common language, the common tongue. Like I found one example, Latin was the common tongue of the Roman Empire of that time. Later, Latin began to fade as a common language. You can speak about the common use of something or something being commonly used, like X-rays are commonly used to diagnose problems or disease involving teeth, bones, breasts and the chest. Also, you can say that something may commonly include, prefer, or someone might be commonly known. Children commonly suffer the most. We can say like commonly suffer. And something can be commonplace, meaning widespread, so you can see it often. We have already made yesterday's impossibilities the commonplace realities of today. Or extreme violence and immorality are now commonplace. Now there's another phrase I like, it's common sense, why so uncommon? We already discussed the meaning of the word common, meaning widespread and popular, so uncommon is actually unpopular. And there is a question, what is the common sense? So it is the ability to think in a practical way and make smart decisions. And I have one example for you. Shaking her head in disbelief, she said, if he had a little common sense, he would never have done that. Also, there is the phrase common ground, and it means that people agree about something though they disagree about the other things. So what you can do with it is establish or find common ground with someone. Like, see if you can find some common ground with your parents. Another meaning of common is a mutual, meaning shared with others or the same as others have. Like common ancestor, and the example is, has all life descended from a common ancestor? Also there can be common heritage, common language, also common tongue, grammar and vocabulary. And I found another example, it's after God confused their common language, not only did the builders at Babel lack one common vocabulary, but they also lacked a common grammar, a common way of expressing the relationship between words. Also, you might say we cherish common values, like we appreciate them. Or you can speak about areas of common interest or have something in common. Another meaning of the word common is simple, like common people or even the common cold. And also the names of different species may include this word. There is a commoner, meaning an ordinary person without rank or title. And there are the examples. From royalty of the past to commoners of the present, people worldwide have been captivated by the elegance of silk. And another one is, in past times, people were born as commoners, as part of an aristocracy, or even as members of royalty. Also, another term is common law marriage. And a common law marriage is one in which the couple, usually a man and a woman, lives together and claims to be married, but never go through a formal ceremony. So an example is, in fact, I learned that there is no security in so-called common law marriages. Or another term could be common law unions. Like, Canadians are increasingly embracing common law unions as a precursor to marriage. This is the example I found, not something I've invented. Also, you could say cohabit in common law, like live together. Or my common law companion. Like, I told my common law companion, it's another example, that either we would get married or our relationship would end. Another really widespread expression is common era. And what is common era? Another term is Anno Domini, meaning in the year of the Lord, abbreviated AD, while common era or current era is abbreviated CE. So we can say that this is the age we are living in. And the other one is before common era. So it's BCE, the abbreviation is. Another term is Commonwealth, and Commonwealth is an independent country or community, especially a democratic republic, like Puerto Rico, a self-governing Commonwealth in union with the United States. And another really widespread meaning of the same phrase, Commonwealth, is an international association consisting of the UK together with states that were previously part of the British Empire. And at its peak, the British Empire spanned the world, and during the 20th century, the empire came to be replaced by the Commonwealth of Nations, which covers about 1/4 of the land surface of the earth and includes about 1/4 of its population. So, though they are politically independent, the 53 members of the Commonwealth acknowledge Britain's Queen as the symbolic head of their cultural and economic association. And the last one is the House of Commons, which is the lower house of the United Kingdom's Parliament. The upper one is called the House of Lords. So these are the 40 expressions with the word common. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it beneficial. See you soon. Bye.